up? It's Cinema Shogun here, and I try my best not to dive too much into politics on this channel, and I know that I have people who watch my channel who vote this way and they vote that way and they don't vote at all and all of that good stuff. But I think there's something we can all agree upon. You know, from the outside looking in, we can see that Democrats and Republicans are never on the same page. We can't get them to agree about literally anything. Small things that everyone should agree upon. These people will fight about it day in and day out. It's gotten to the point that we can't even agree on simple things like, what is a woman? Ask the question, what is a woman in 2023, and people's minds start fizzling and exploding. So I really find it odd that somehow, some way, Democrats and Republicans are on the same page when it comes to the recent information that is being released about UFOs. Yes, Democrats and Republicans alike seem to both be pushing for disclosure. They're both pushing for more information about UFOs to be released, and I find that odd. Because these people are never on the same page about anything. At least that's what they want us to believe. I believe on the inside, when no one's looking, they work together very closely. Just not on things that would help us, but things that would hurt us, things that destroy our society. They work very closely together on that. I know that we've been sold the idea that these people are pitted against each other. They hate each other. They're constantly bickering and this and that. In reality, I think a lot of it's just theater. Afterwards, they go out and grab drinks together, eat some ceviche, have a grand old time, go and fly on planes to other countries and do things with little kids. I mean, let's not go there. But anyways, they seem to, for the most part, all be on the same page when it comes to this latest UFO information that just keeps trickling out every day, just a little bit more information here, a little bit more information there. And it really makes me raise my eyebrows. Because I want to know the end goal. What is their end game? I don't believe that after all of these years, y'all suddenly decided that, it's wrong to keep this information from the public. We must reveal what we have been doing for like 80 years now. I don't know. I'm not buying it. But I do believe the information that's coming forward. I just don't necessarily believe the intentions behind releasing this information. And the crazy part is, a lot of people are still sitting around twiddling their thumbs, labeling people conspiracy theorists for believing in aliens, when our government is slowly trickling out this information for a reason. For the first time in our lifetime, Democrats and Republicans have come together to all work together to disclose the information about aliens. And as crazy as it sounds, ladies and gentlemen, it looks to me like within the coming months, maybe within the next year or so, we're literally going to have the president come forward with a speech letting the American public know about aliens. I can see it now. Joe Biden comes on stage. Aliens, UFOs, you know the thing. Come on, man, they're real, man. Come on. I mean, we are on the verge of that. And that's almost mind-blowing to me, because this is something that I didn't think that we would necessarily ever see. I've always believed in aliens, but I never thought that I would live to see the day where our government is just openly talking about these things But they are. On like a daily basis, Congress is having meetings. Congress has been having meetings for years. Secret meetings about UFOs. It's wild to think about. But it's reality, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. And, you know, with every video I release talking about aliens and UFOs, I'm really trying to get just regular people who don't believe in this stuff prepared for what's to come. Because to be honest with you all, I'm not as worried about aliens as I am how people will react to them. There's a lot of people out here, I don't know if you've noticed, they're hanging on by a thread, man. I would say that the majority of people, it seems like, out here are literally hanging on by a thread, mentally. All it takes is a little thing for someone to snap. And I can tell you right now, the introduction of aliens and UFOs being real, it's going to shake a lot of people to their core. You're going to see a lot of people who you thought were good people acting out, because it's going to rock people's faith and their belief systems. We have a lot of people who believe in, you know, certain things that are no longer going to believe in it. We have a lot of people who follow the Bible or follow this or follow that, who are no longer going to follow, you know, those guidelines that are set out by their religious beliefs. I really think that when we get to the point where it's a fact, and we all know, just like, you know, I'm sitting here making this video, we're all going to know for a fact that aliens are real, just as real as all of us. And I don't think people are going to react too well to that. Right now, everyone's distracted. Right now, everyone's worried about, oh, look at this latest TikTok dance. Oh my God, look, Beyonce just made a new song. Or, oh my God, the Grimace Shake is at McDonald's. It's like everyone's distracted by their own little things, so they don't really give a damn about what's going on. And it seems as if a large portion of our society has been programmed to just tune the government and politics out and all of that stuff. Seriously, you can go on the streets right now and ask people basic questions about what's going on in the world. Most of them have no idea what's going on. Most people are NPCs, they're non-playable characters that walk around with very little thoughts in their brain, just doing their day-to-day routines. They don't think about anything, they don't consume any information, they don't learn anything on a daily basis. They wake up like a robot, they go to work, come home, go to work, come home, they do their little things that entertain them, and they don't care about anything. When those people are woken up to what's actually going on in this world, a lot of them are going to flip out. People like me, people like you watching these videos, we've been mentally prepared for a lot of this crazy stuff for years. If you sat back in 2020 and watched as the world locked down and they did all of this crazy stuff, now you gotta walk one way at the grocery store. It will save your life. We're gonna put plexiglass up here. You gotta wear your mask when you walk to the table, but you take it off to eat and then you wear it again to walk to the bathroom. If you sat back and didn't realize that we are living in some crazy times, then I don't know what to tell you. That should have been the wake-up call for everyone. A lot of people already knew that that was going to happen, but that should be the wake-up call. Unfortunately, not only was it not a wake-up call for people, it kind of lullabied people to sleep. And the moment that you think society should be rising up and realizing all of the crazy stuff that's going on, a lot of people were just like lullabied to sleep. Yes, I love staying home and not being able to do what I want to do. I love wearing masks. I love doing this. And it just goes to show the type of people that we have to coexist with. The problem is a lot of people are insane. They're low impulse control. They're on the edge, and all it takes is this one little thing to push them off the edge. So I think that when the time comes, when it's no longer speculation, when it's no longer conspiracies, when we have visual, concrete facts and evidence that is presented to the American public and to people across the world, I do think we're going to see a lot of people flip out. But I want to go ahead and show you all this clip They're going to talk a little bit more about some of these secret meetings that Congress has had. And they're urging Joe Biden to just go ahead and come out and tell the American people about aliens and about the UFOs that they have recovered. It's crazy. We live in crazy times. Hit that thumbs up button. Drop a comment below. Let's watch this clip, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Ross Coulthart was the first to interview David Grush. He joins us now. Ross, a lot's happened since then. Your interview for News Nation started the cascade of events that's brought the UFO conversation mainstream. Even Senator Marco Rubio is saying we should listen to what they have to say. When you heard the senator talk about this yesterday in the last 2 days on News Nation, what was your reaction?
It was terrific to finally hear what I've known behind the scenes for quite some time, that senators and representatives are taking this extremely seriously. What a lot of people haven't realized until now, until Senator Rubio made that admission, is that there have been hearings, secret hearings going on in the Congress for at least 2 years, where very senior witnesses, including people with very high clearances from within the government, from within the intelligence community, have given evidence about, believe it or not, a UAP crash retrieval program and reverse engineering program, which is improperly, illegally, and in some cases criminally being withheld from the public and the Congress. And it's quite extraordinary, I think, to hear this admission by the senator, because he's now bipartisan. We now know that Senator Gillibrand as well is saying that she wants hearings, and also in the Congress, in the House, there's push from both Representative Burchett and also Representative Mike Gallagher. So we're looking at a bipartisan push here, Blake. Yep. It's a very significant moment. This is really getting momentum.
So you mentioned Senator Rubio and the secret hearings that you talked about, or at least information that he has heard from, or people that he has heard from. He talks about, quote unquote, firsthand claims of certain things. What do you think the quote certain things might be? Because he didn't get specific, but I'm curious as to what you think that might be.
Well, I know what they are. What they are people who are from within the legacy program, people who say they are working on retrieved non-human intelligence, alien, if you like, technology. I know this is mind-blowing, and I know a lot of your audience are still shaking their heads going, my goodness, how can this possibly be true? But I am told, because I'm speaking to people who have come forward to give evidence, and who are about to come forward. Have they come forward since the special, Ross? Like when they saw David Grush come out, and David Grush said, look, I'm putting myself on the line here. Did that sort of open the door? Did that open the floodgates? And have you heard from multiple people since then? Yes, I have. And more importantly, a lot of those people, whilst they deeply admire David Grush for his courage in going public, what they're hoping is that as well as public hearings, they will be able, within a private hearing of the Congress, to give their evidence in camera, in a secure skiff. Because a lot of the evidence that they have to reveal is highly confidential.
And you say that they're making, since David Grush came forward, the people that have since come forward to you, you're saying, are making basically the exact same claims that Grush made. Absolutely. And more importantly, just to emphasize this, the Inspector General of the intelligence community has already deposed. He's taken evidence from some of these people, which is why he found Mr. Grush's allegations to be credible and urgent and referred them to the Congress. A public hearing with Grush, you think that's inevitable at this point, and if so, when?
Yes, there's a strong intention from both Senator Gillibrand, Senator Marco Rubio, and also in the House from Congressman Burchett and Gallagher. I suspect that there will be multiple hearings. The Congress has now got its teeth into this issue, and I guess you just have to wonder at what stage, Blake, does the president intervene? I think it's catastrophic if there's a forced disclosure here. I think the government needs to actually consider now some kind of admission, because the evidence is overwhelming. The weight of witnesses is becoming extremely strong. Does the government want this to come out in a spill inside the Congress, or does it want to present as a government that's in charge, that's able to tell the public the truth? It's as simple as that.
Ross Coulthart, great to hear from you again. Excellent reporting as always.
So here's the little problem I have. Maybe it's just a personal problem. You tell me if you have the same issue. I believe everything they're saying. I do believe that the U.S. government has a special program where they retrieve and recover spacecraft and alien craft. I believe that we have been in possession of UFOs for years. I believe in aliens. I basically believe in everything that these people are coming out and saying. My only problem is I don't trust the government. I never have, never will, and I do not trust their reasons behind, their motivations behind suddenly releasing all of this information after sitting on it for years and years and years. I don't know what they have up their sleeve. I don't know what they have planned. I really find it almost laughable that they want us to believe that, oh, we know it's your right as the American people that you need to know this stuff. Yeah, fucking right. You hide things from us 24/7. Every single day of my life, it feels like me and others are uncovering hidden truths that have been hidden from us by our government, covered up by our government. So if their reasoning behind this is that we just need to be transparent and let the American people know, I don't buy that. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. There's got to be some other reason, some other motivation behind this sudden push to just release tons and tons of UFO information upon society. And I have so many different theories as to why they may be doing this. You know, and I'll go into those theories maybe in a different video because I've been talking a lot in this video already. But I can't sit here and simply buy this excuse that they're giving us, that after decades and decades and decades, they decided that the American people need to know. You're not going to make me believe that now, especially after everything we've seen play out over the last few years. And this David Grush guy, the whistleblower. Once again, I believe everything that David Grush has said. I believe it 100%. I believed in the things that David Grush said before I even knew who David Grush was. All of the information that these whistleblowers are coming forward with, this is stuff that I've been researching and talking about since I was like 8 or 9 years old. This isn't new information to me. This is stuff that people have been talking about for years if you've been doing your research and following up with it. So David Grush coming forward, it's not like it was surprising the information he had. It was just surprising that we had this high-ranking intelligence official coming forward with the information. So I believe David Grush, but I don't believe that he's necessarily what you should label a whistleblower. I don't believe that David Grush fears for his life or his job or his future. I don't believe any of that mess. I believe that David Grush was put up to this. I don't think that suddenly, out of nowhere, all of these whistleblowers are just now like, yeah, we're all going to come forward now. After all of these years, now's the time. No. I think they're being ordered to do so. The question is, why? And that, the possibilities are limitless, but it's also scary to think about. Because in my opinion, them releasing all of this information now, I don't think that they're doing it to benefit us or to benefit society in any way. Probably the exact opposite. We see right now that there's an attack on people with religious beliefs. Like if you're a Christian, there's an attack on Christianity. There's an attack on Catholics. There's an attack on this religion, that religion. It seems like there's an attack on a lot of religions right now because they want to replace these religions with their religion, which is just basically the worship of the government and yourself. I'm not going to dive too deep into that because I'll probably get suspended from YouTube, but there's definitely an attack on people's belief systems, and I can't help but wonder if they're trying to just now release this information to weaken people's faith in whatever they believe in. Because it doesn't matter if you're a Christian or you're a Muslim or you're Buddhist, having core values and having a religion, having those beliefs, it strengthens you as a person, even if what you believe in is total nonsense. Many times having those beliefs, having those kind of set of rules as, you know, a way to live a good life, to be a good person. You know what I mean? That's not necessarily a bad thing to have. And I'm not someone that's really religious. I'm someone that's really at this point in life where I'm questioning everything. And I'm trying to figure out kind of what I believe. But at the same time, I don't think that having beliefs are, you know, a core set of values or a religion is a bad thing. I think it's a positive thing. And I think it has done a lot of good for society. And I think that lately there's been an attack on people who do have these belief systems. And maybe this release of UFO information is just another attack on those belief systems. Because for a lot of people, you know, the possibilities of aliens or UFOs existing, in their minds, that wipes out the possibility that there's any truth to their religious beliefs. I feel like you could believe in God, you could believe in that, and still believe in aliens, but everyone's different. Also, I can't help but feel like they're going to trick us into believing that there's going to be an alien attack or that aliens are against us, you know, to kind of put us in a panic. Because they control us with fear-mongering. It's been happening for years. All of this climate change nonsense is fear-mongering. Everything you saw in 2020 with the lockdowns, fear-mongering. They want you constantly scared and afraid, so you're turning to the government for answers. If they trick people into believing that aliens are going to attack and aliens are evil and there's this big threat, who do you think people are going to turn to? They're not going to turn to their neighbors. They're not going to turn to religion. Some will. But a lot of people are going to turn to the government for protection and for answers. And then they'll snatch a little bit more of your rights. And it's just an ongoing process. I feel like if aliens were really violent and wanted to kill us all, they probably would have already started. So, I don't know. Like I said, the possibilities are limitless. It would take me hours to go over all of the possibilities that I've ran through in my mind. I just set a couple of them out there for you. Let me know what you think the possibilities are down in the comments below. Let me know what you think about all of this as a whole down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.